Today, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special New Year's Eve edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in at 15-0, one win short of a perfect regular season.
And it's something we've only seen a couple of times. Miami in 1972, New England in 2007. We know they're not going to mail it in. They're going to go for it.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 66 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Safe back at the 29. Micah Parsons in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
To the football, it's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. And now off to the races, down the right side. The 20.
Oh, yeah, that's how we do it.
Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance, as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed,
Yeah, I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now, to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Jones just going to bat this forward on the jet sweep. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards that time. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback or running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means that people are going to adjust their defenses for him each and every week, and he's still putting up big-time numbers. I know the quarterbacks, the running backs get it, but he should be firmly in the race for MVP.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Me and you all day. We're going to 53.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's taken down inside the 30. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Running with Elliott, and he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And some room to maneuver. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 77 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here's Coleman now to return. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So, Charles, for this offense, we've been talking all year about how difficult it would be to run the table. And you gave me your chances early in the year. You thought maybe 25%. A few weeks ago, you thought closer to 50, but not quite 50. Now, here they are, 15-0. This is happening, isn't it?
I think it is, Brandon, because I do believe this team is too invested, too well coached to fall asleep at the switch now. And I think it ultimately benefits them to stay engaged all the way through the season because make it to the finish line, then they get the open week to refresh and re-energize. But if you get off the gas now, that can really hurt you come playoff time.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 45 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
First down, Prescott. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Cowboys winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here back home in Arlington.
On second down, Prescott again. This to Jarwin. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Elliott.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Elliott will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones to the right and complete to Galladay. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. From the gun, Jones. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Jones now on first down. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to face a third down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown. Sterling Shepard. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Here's Coleman now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't he?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play here for Dallas.
Already already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their.
If your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 42.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. On the counter, Elliott. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. To throw is Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Final play of the half, Prescott. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time, but lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. They'll throw now on the final play. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. And it's the Bills with the lead in the second quarter. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one.
There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Here's Coleman now to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now they're in the hurry-up. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my. He pulled it in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari, 56 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. New York ready to go again offensively. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Now a dump off here complete. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return will stop right around the 25. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Cooper here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Elliott running right. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys use this short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From the 10.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finds his tight end, Ingram. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Possession switching back to the New York Giants. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break 10.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Neville Gallimore able to record his 5th sack of the season. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. the prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
75 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys add on. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The big fella, 20. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3.
And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run.
And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Jones throw here taken in by Ingram.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Looking for Shepard deep. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw again. A short throw to Ingram. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Back to throw again. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. No problem there on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Throwing here, Prescott.
That's Gallup on the slam.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Prescott.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Completes it right side to Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for Dallas, they're a win away now from running the table here in the regular season. They moved to 16-0 on the year.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.